incentive to get started at Mid-State Technical College? 123 for free can save up to $900 on tuition. Start this summer if you'd like. No catches, no application fee or essays to write. 123 for free at Mid-State. Get started at mstc.edu.
As soon as there's a third out recorded. As soon as the third out is recorded.
Now we have a couple extras. Haley, number 18, Haley Burgard, and Kiera Wojtowicz. And now for the starting lineup. Starting out at second base, number 8, Jasmine Schmidt. Number 10, left fielder, Alyssa Huffman.
can if you want. If not,
Our concession stand is offering the following goodies that you can procure at any point. Hamburgers, brats, hot dogs, snacks, nachos and cheese, candy bars, pop, Gatorade, water, coffee, and hot
do you call it pop or
chocolate.
soda?
Thank
Do
you
you call it
everyone
pop or
and have a
soda?
great game.
Pop or soda? Oh, jeez, I don't know if I can like you now.
I'm kidding, soda.
All right, let's get her done. Good afternoon and welcome to Robinson Park in Wisconsin Rapids. We get you ready for some Merriwood crossover action here this afternoon between the Assumption Royals and the Chequamegon Screaming Eagles. Ava Schill on the mound, and Kristen Casey, our Zaleski Sports Athlete of the Month for last month, is behind the plate. We'll go through our starting lineups here in just a moment, as just kind of trying to wrap everything up here to begin things, as Jasmine Schmidt will start off for
Off number 8, second baseman Jasmine Schmidt.
Jasmine Schmidt to lead things off for the Screaming Eagles. Beautiful afternoon here in central Wisconsin, and Ava Schill's first offering is in there for a strike. First pitch at 4:06 p.m. in Wisconsin Rapids, as the Assumption Royals looking to continue their undefeated season. An impressive outing last night in Auburndale to continue that undefeated mark. 68 degrees in Wisconsin Rapids this afternoon, as the 0-2 quickly from Schill misses inside. A great vantage point right here behind home plate. Hopefully everybody is enjoying the view and enjoying our coverage here this afternoon from Robinson Park. Schill back on the 1-2 and got her right on the inside corner, and a backwards K to begin things here in the first inning. Alyssa Hoffman,
Number 10, left fielder Alyssa Huffman.
Haley Minima, Nina Kelto, Lainey Heisler, Lexi Schultz, Sienna Wynn, Jenny Sherwinski, and Anna Wolf for the Screaming Eagles. And there's a strike to Hoffman. Assumption coming in, the number 1 ranked team in Division 5. After their very impressive outings here, there's a swing and a miss, and it's 0-2. Ava Schill has been absolutely outstanding this season for the Assumption Royals, as has everybody. I mean, putting up the numbers that the Royals have defensively as well have just been unmatched, and that one misses outside. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Once the Royals come up to bat, we'll go through their starting lineup as well. 1 ball and 2 strikes. There's a swing and a miss, and strikeout number 2 for Ava Schill. 2 up and 2 down for Haley Minima, the third baseman for Chequamegon.
Now batting number 28.
Number 28 for the Screaming Eagles. Good, everything's connection is good. Good to see. Good to see. First offering, swing and a miss.
Do I hit it?
Hit it right now. Yep. This is the preview screen.
Okay.
So this will play on here only when you hit that button.
Got it.
And so we have it ready for when it comes up. No balls and 2 strikes to Minima. Fouled it off. And the 0-2 coming back from Schill. Swing and a miss, and she strikes out the side here in the top of the first. No runs, no hits, no errors, nobody left. We have played a half an inning. Chequamegon nothing. Assumption coming up.
Bauer & Fine Business Technologies is your complete office technology solution. For 60 years, Bauer & Fine Business Technologies has been serving school districts, municipalities, counties, religious organizations, and businesses in Wisconsin and beyond. Visit b-bt.com and let Bauer & Fine Business Technologies be your complete office technology solution. That's b-bt.com.
Easy peasy. Bottom of the first inning we go here in Wisconsin Rapids. Kristen Casey to lead things off, then Sammy Nelson, Ava Schill, Sadie Galbraith, Kendall Schmidt, Malia Colo, Abby Berard, Anna Tagarelli, and Maddie Abbott for the Assumption Royals. We'll get them all dialed in here in just a moment, going up against Nina Kelto for the Screaming Eagles. Kristen Casey, as mentioned, our Zaleski Sports Athlete of the Month in the month of, what month is it now? May? In the month of April. As this season is surprisingly, I guess not surprisingly, because it was a shorter season, but nearly halfway done already. A big matchup tomorrow for these Assumption Royals. They head over to Laconia and take on Stevens Point Pacelli and Laconia. So it's going to be quite the matchup this weekend with two teams that could meet in a sectional semifinal later on this season. Again, a regional start on June the 9th. So, again, not very far away, surprisingly, with Kristen Casey to lead things off, the catcher for the Assumption Royals. First offering, squares the bunt, gets it down, went out and got it, and a leadoff bunt single for Kristen Casey. Okay. Thank you.
Now batting number 1.
All right, well, just like that, we found out all the games tomorrow for the Royals have been called off. Sammy Nelson now up. We'll have to relay that to the boss because I think he was planning on going over to Laconia. Sammy Nelson looks at ball one as Kristen Casey takes second base. That is one thing that the Royals have, is extremely good speed on the base pass, not just on the base pass, all around the field here this season. 210 down the lines here at Robinson Park. Maybe a little further in center field as well. Squares the bunt again as Kristen Casey is going to take second and third. And just like that, the Royals with a runner at third base and nobody out. The Royals, a team that put up 17 runs in the first inning against Athens last Friday. In a dominant performance over in Athens. Nelson looks at ball 3 high. Ava Schill waits on deck. Sadie Galbraith, Kendall Schmidt is over there at third. Malia Colo. Left field, Abby Berard. Clouds come in just a little bit. And time called. Sammy Nelson will head down to first. And our home plate umpire having a conversation with Miss Kelto in the pitcher circle. Give me a second here to able to write down our lineups.
Now batting number 10, pitcher Ava Schill.
It's a 2 on and nobody out here in the bottom of the first inning from Wisconsin Rapids. As Sammy Nelson, the throw down to second, not in time, as Kristen Casey will take home on the throw. So the throw down to second, much closer than I'm guessing Sammy Nelson had thought. And it's a ball and no strikes to Ava Schill. 1-0 Wisconsin Rapids Assumption. Again, first time in person seeing this Assumption team. Have seen them quite a bit on the highlights and on live, but first time watching the Royals in person. As Schill bunts that one down the third base line, and a bunt single for Ava Schill. Playing small ball early on as Sadie Galbraith will come up to the plate for the Royals. Miss Minima busy over there at third base here in the first inning. They'll have a courtesy runner. Jaden Glaza coming in to run for Ava Schill. Don't expect her to be standing at first base for very much longer. 2 on, 1 across, nobody out. Misses high, throw down to second, and they're going to tag her out at second base. A caught stealing. A run comes in to score. But Glaza thrown out. Nice throw out there by Sienna Wynn to retire Jaden Glaza for the first out. 2-0 Assumption, 1 away here in the bottom of the first inning. Bounces in there to Galbraith. Got a whole slate of games going on around Zaleski Sports this afternoon. 2 games in Stratford. Game here, game over in Neenah, and 1 in Pacelli. Missed inside, 3-0. Kendall Schmidt awaits on deck. Have 2 football games for you tomorrow. Yeah, football Saturday. The NLFL. Got to turn myself down here. There we go. There's a strike to Sadie Galbraith. Appreciate everyone tuning in here this afternoon. Good crowd on hand as well in Wisconsin Rapids. Good people get out on these beautiful afternoons now. I missed high and a ball. Another walk. Second walk by Kelto.
Now batting number 2,
Second baseman Kendall Schmidt. Now up to bat for the Royals with 1 on and 1 out. Malia Colo on deck. Kelto back and forth she goes, fires home, misses high and away. And Galbraith staying put over there at first base. Colo on deck, Berard, Tagarelli, and Abbott for the Royals in their lineup here for Coach Charlie Nelson, Rob Schill, and the 1-0. And an illegal pitch, a ball anyway, and it'll be a ball. Galbraith to second base. 2 balls and no strikes. 1 away here in the bottom of the first inning from Assumption, or not from Assumption, from Robinson Park in Wisconsin Rapids. Next offering misses outside, 3-0. Those football games tomorrow we have for you at Zaleski Sports. The Madison Mad Dogs come up and take on the Marshfield Bandits over at Columbus Catholic High School. Kickoff at 3 o'clock. Then a huge one down in Milwaukee. The Brown County Blackjacks taking on the Eastern Wisconsin Slayers. Down bounces away. Galbraith to third as Schmidt will take second on the wild pitch. So walk and a wild pitch. And now Malia Colo with 2 more in scoring position. 1 away here for the Assumption third baseman. Can appreciate everyone tuning in this afternoon. Good crowd standing around us here. Expecting a very successful spring season for the Assumption Royal softball team. And rightfully so, the way they've been able to put up runs and hold teams to next to nothing. No balls and a strike. Abby Berard stands on deck, squares the bunt as Colo. She offers at it, and it was fouled at the plate. Colo looks down to Coach Nelson. He says it's all right. Get the next one. No balls and 2 strikes now to Colo. 2-0 Royals. We play in the bottom of the second inning, just underway from Robinson Park. Kelto comes set. Coming in to score will be Galbraith. Colo, and she is going to round second, round third, and on a strikeout, Malia Colo comes all the way around to score. So strikeouts and a couple of errors. And it is 5-0 Assumption. Schmidt came in to score. Galbraith came in to score.
Now batting number 9.
So Malia Colo came all the way in to score on a strikeout. And now Abby Berard. Berard with 1 out. 5-0 Royals. First one misses high. Left fielder Abby. So 2 hits in the inning. 2 walks. 3 walks. A strikeout and 2 errors. Both on that last play. Big swing and a miss. Nice pitch by Kelto, and it's 1-1. Keep an eye out on that game over in Stevens Point. Should be a good one. Wild Rose and Pacelli. This is high and out. 2-1. They started at 4:30 this afternoon over at WIAA Park. Spud Field, I think it is. 2 balls and a strike to Berard. Misses inside. 3-1. Tagarelli and then Abbott for the Royals. Again, a team that can score runs in bunches. That one's going to be lifted to right center field. Long run, and that one's going to get down. And reaching second will be Berard. So a single and an E8 on the play. So 3 errors in the inning. Now Anna Tagarelli. Bottom of the second inning over in Stevens Point. Pacelli scored 10 in the first against Wild Rose. So 2 teams, again, would have been a phenomenal matchup tomorrow over in Laconia. We'll have to wait. We'll have to wait most likely until playoff time. Tagarelli fouls that one right field side, not a play. Give you the defensive alignment in just a moment here for Chequamegon as well. When we get the opportunity to do so. The 0-1. Fouled at the plate. 0-2 to Anna Tagarelli. Hoffman in left. Heisler in center. Wolf in right for the Screamin' Eagles. Kelto fires back home. Missed high, just above the elbows on Tagarelli's at bat. Minima at third, Schultz at short, Schmidt at second, and Sherwinski at first. The 1-2 bounces in there, throw down to third, and not in time as Berard will take third. We'll give her a stolen base, why not? Not really a pass ball, not really a wild pitch. She just read it well. 2-2 to Anna Tagarelli. Maddie Abbott on deck. That one's going to be lifted. Long run to center, and it's going to fall in front of her. And the throw home, not in time, and an RBI single for Tagarelli. She reaches second on the throw. 6-0 Assumption. And the Royals will now have sent 9 to the plate in Maddie Abbott. With Kristen Casey due up next for the Royals. One out. Yep. First one to Abbott misses. Here for our friends over at Fleet Farm. Phone's getting pretty dirty with all the dust and the sand that's coming up with the players running across home plate. There's a swing and a miss. That was a nice pitch. And Abbott evens up the count. Give her a pass ball. Tagarelli takes third. Hear from our friends over at Fleet Farm here in just a moment. 1 ball and 1 strike. Right on the inside corner. Nice pitch from Kelto. Fleet Farm's Garden Center is open. Pick up annuals, perennials, shrubs, and vegetables. Plus, make your yard look great with lawn fertilizers, tools, grass seed, power equipment, lawn mowers, and more. Fleet Farm, proudly serving the Midwest since 1955. And now on the warmer nights that we're that we're finally getting. A little chilly with the wind and no sun now, but at first pitch, 68 degrees. Earlier this week, the nights got into the 20s, so perfect time to finally get your vegetables and plants and everything ready. That one's going to fall fair, and Abbott will take second. Abbott to second on, I'll give her, that would have been a tough play. Hit her glove, though, E6, and now back to the top of the order. And Kristen Casey singled out a bunt, stole 2 bases, and then scored. 7-0 Royals. The one out was Jaden Glaza getting thrown out at second base. Other than that, every Royal has reached. And now it's going to be bunted again perfectly by Kristen Casey, and she's going to make her way down to first base. Don't like to go backwards, I guess, in looking and watching these girls. But the last time that I've seen these girls play anything was the state championship game against Three Lakes. And Kristen Casey, obviously a phenomenal athlete on the softball diamond, but hit a huge 3 in that game in the first half against Three Lakes in the March for the Assumption Royals, winning that state championship as a new pitcher here for the Screaming Eagles. I believe that says number 12. That look right, Hannah? Yeah? All right. See what we got here. Lexi Schultz will come in to pitch and remark our scoreboard here. Schultz to pitch. Kelto, it looks like, see what we got here. Looks like over to second. So Kelto to second, and then Schmidt takes short. Yep, all right, there we go. Jasmine Schmidt to short, Kelto from the circle to second, and then Schultz from shortstop to pitcher. But again, just a phenomenal year. In the Assumption girls soccer team last night got a huge win, knocking off Altoona. Altoona was 4-1 before the game last night. Assumption was 0-2. We'll have Assumption soccer for you on Tuesday live from Amherst High School. It's going to be a good matchup as the Assumption Royals and the Amherst Iowa Scandinavia co-op team do battle in Amherst on Tuesday afternoon at 4:30. So we'll have that game for you. Our first look at the Assumption softball team, or excuse me, not softball, the Assumption soccer team this year. First offering from Schultz up the middle and right underneath the leg of Schultz. An RBI single for Sammy Nelson. Nelson takes second on the throw. When right after the first pitch she saw, after a walk in her first at-bat, 8-0 Royals here in the first inning. And now Ava Schill, who's singled, and Jane Glaza, who came in to run for her, was thrown out at second base. Still only one out here in the bottom of the first inning, 8-0 Royals. There's going to be lifted to right field, over on it, and off of her glove. And coming in to score will be Casey. Charlie Nelson will send Sammy Nelson, and it's 10-0 Royals on the E9. Another courtesy runner coming in. That will be Jaden Glaza, who will run again for Ava Schill.
Now batting number 6, right fielder Sadie Gelbrath.
Fourth error of the inning, 10th run for the Royals. Now Sadie Galbraith, who walked and scored earlier in this inning. Bounced in there for a ball. Schultz in the circle. And the 1-0 coming back. Misses high for a ball. 2-0. Gets through some more of these reads here as the Royals are doing what they're doing. 2 balls and no strikes. Missed high. 3-0. Kendall Schmidt awaits on deck. Hear from our friends over at Rapid Sheet Metal in just a moment. 3 balls and no strikes. Schultz back. And there's a strike right at the top of the zone. Brewers playing later this afternoon. Tonight, I think 3 games set against the Atlanta Braves. Going to be a big matchup as they drop 2 of 3 to the St. Louis Cardinals. Brewers a little on a skid. As now Kendall Schmidt. Nobody enjoys being without comfort, even more so on this time of the year. Not so much cold anymore. We gotta rewrite that for Rapid Sheet Metal, but nobody enjoys being without comfort at any time of the year. First one to Schmidt, misses. When your furnace or AC is giving you trouble, give the pros at Rapid Sheet Metal Heating and Cooling a call for furnace service or AC service in Wisconsin Rapids. We'll be there rapidly to figure out and take care of the trouble, and we'll get the comfort working again rapidly. Call Rapid Sheet Metal Heating and Cooling at 715-301-0256 or visit online at rapidsheetmetal.com. 1-1 to Schmidt. Right at the top of the zone. 1-2 to Kendall Schmidt. Leocolo awaits on deck. A sun-filled afternoon turns into a bit cloudy here in Wisconsin Rapids. The wind has pretty much died down and misses just high. 2 balls and 2 strikes with 1 away here in the first inning. Leocolo on deck, and then Abby Berard if we continue. 10-0 Royals. Lexi Schultz comes back home. They're going to be grounded to first and over the glove. A tough hop. They're going to send Glaza, and she's going to come in and score. Just able to get a toe on home plate. Give her a single. That was a hard hit ball. Galbraith to third. Glaza came in to score. Schmidt to second on the hit. Or on the throw. 11-0 Royals. Amelia Colo struck out and then scored on the same play in her first at-bat. First one missed high for a ball. Can appreciate everyone tuning in this afternoon. Merrillwood crossover matchup between the Assumption Royals and the Chequamegon Screaming Eagles from Robinson Park. Again, good crowd watching online. Good crowd on hand here as well. Left field, and going to be caught out there in left field for the second out. Nice play out there by Alyssa Hoffman, and there's 2 away. Leocolo just got underneath it.
Number 9, left fielder Abby Berard.
And now Abby Berard singled and scored in her first at-bat. Stratford up 1-0 in a baseball against the Athens Blue Jays. Now it's going to be grounded foul past third. So 2 on, 2 out here in the bottom of the first inning. 11 across for the Royals. Looking for more with 2 more in scoring position. And a Tagarelli on deck. Missed high for a ball, 1-1. Take a look at the Assumption Royals' upcoming schedule. They have another huge conference doubleheader next week against the Edgar Wildcats. We will be here for that. That was going to be popped up. Right field, long run. It makes the catch to finish it off in right field. Nicely done by Anna Wolf. Royals score 11. We have played an inning. Wisconsin Rapids 11.
You're gonna love home furniture.
Hi, this is Jill from Home Furniture and Design. Since 1970 and 4 generations, our family has been proudly offering quality furniture like Lazy Boy, Serta, and Amish to Central Wisconsin. We also offer free in-home design with our professionally trained designers to help you create a space that is uniquely yours, whether it's just a sofa or the entire home.
You're gonna love it. You're gonna love home furniture.
West Grand Avenue, Wisconsin Rapids, and Post Road in Plover.
Our nice weather is precious. Don't let mosquitoes stop your family from enjoying a minute of it. Prepare, prevent, and protect with Mosquito Escape. Call or click today.
Now batting number 22, Nina Kelto.
Next half inning, let me know. We'll fix it. Kelto strikes out.
Now batting number 9, center fielder Lainey Hesler.
Now Lainey Heisler at the plate. A strike to Heisler. Get a scoreboard back out for you in the next half inning. Just a little glitch. It's all right. No worries. Make sure we get everything figured out here. 0-2 to Heisler. There we go. All right. Just making sure everything's looking all right. Heisler at the plate. 0-2. There's a swing and a miss. Strikeout number 5 for Heisler. Now Lexi Schultz, the pitcher. Seeing a win on deck. First offering is swung on and missed. No balls and 1 strike. Schultz was nobody on, nobody out, or nobody on, 2 outs. 0-2. 5 strikeouts on the afternoon so far for Ava Schill. Just right where she left off. And now it's going to be grounded over to short. Sammy Nelson across, and just in time. No, she's safe. And a 2-out single. Looks like Sammy Nelson got her by maybe a step and a half, or maybe a half a step. But now Sienna win. First hit given up here this afternoon. Runner at first. Gonna be fouled. 0-1. Jeannie Serwinski on deck. Looked pretty close over that first. Don't really have a good shot of it. Now it's going to be, that one's going to drop down the first right field line. And back-to-back singles for the Screaming Eagles.
Now batting number 26, first baseman Jenny
Jenny
Sherwinski.
Sherwinski due up now for the Screaming Eagles. 2 on, 2 out. 2 hits given up by Ava Schill here in the top of the second inning. 11-0 Royals. Asking Kristen Casey to go through the signs once more. There's a strike. Ava and Kristen, of course, the dominant sophomore duo for the Royals. Swung on and missed. 0-2. And a Wolf on deck. Then back to the top of the order. We play here in the bottom of the second, or the top of the second inning. 11-0 Royals. Nice job by Sherwinski to lay off 1-2. Get sand in my teeth. Oh. The wind now blowing. That one's going to be lifted foul. That one's out of play. Good job by Sherwinski to get a little on it. Just past 5:15 here in central Wisconsin. Assumption Royals softball exclusive right here at Zaleski Sports. And the 1-2. It's going to be hit foul. Remains 1 ball and 2 strikes. Good crowd on hand here from Wisconsin Rapids. Still filing in here throughout the ball game this afternoon. Schill looks in, fires home, and that will retire the side here in the second. No runs, 2 hits, 2 left. We have played an inning and a half, 11-0, Wisconsin Rapids.
Little Sprouts is now open in Rudolph with the same great child care you know about in Auburndale. Here's Brooke Sievers to tell us about it.
The community here in Rudolph has been extremely welcoming, and we're excited to serve here just like we do up in Auburndale. Part of the process is to help out the school districts and to help the children stay, their 4K children to stay close and get services right here. We serve here in Rudolph 1-year-olds up until 12-year-olds, and up in Auburndale we serve 6 weeks old until 12-year-olds.
Our Auburndale pea pods, wiggle worms, busy bees, and fireflies welcome the Rudolph sweet potatoes, lovely ladybugs, and beautiful butterflies. Contact Little Sprouts Learning Garden on Facebook today.
No, you're right. But no, yeah, bottom of the second, yeah.
Now batting number 4, Anna Tegarelli, center fielder.
There. Right, gotta love it. Then get a video ready.
Scoreboard back up and running here at Robinson Park. Anna Tagarelli, Maddie Abbott, and then Kristen Casey due up here in the bottom of the second inning. Good pitch there by Miss Schultz for a strike. Don't forget, stick around for an Ace Fielder post-game show later on after this game is concluded. The 0-1 missed high. 1-1. What day is it? 14th. Goodness, already a little late here. Got to go back. Missed high, 2-1. So tomorrow's games, as were told to me, have been canceled. The doubleheader for the Assumption Royals, Laconia it would have been, and Pacelli. The 2-1. There's a swing and a miss. 2-2. And then we'll be right back with the Assumption Royals. The baseball team will head over or up to Marshfield to take on Columbus Catholic. We'll have that game for you. Assumption Baseball and Columbus Catholic from Jack Hackman Field at 5 o'clock. Missed high. Count runs full to Anna Tagarelli. Tuesday, as mentioned, Assumption Soccer. We'll be with Assumption all week next week. Holy cow. Next Tuesday, Assumption Soccer at Amherst. The girls back out on the field. Have a game tonight as Tagarelli works a 6-pitch walk. Maddie Abbott now for the Royals. Baseball and softball will be at Edgar next Tuesday. Wednesday, just golf. We will not have golf for you. And then next Thursday, another huge matchup. It is the Assumption softball team taking on Edgar. There's a strike in there. 0-1. Get a huge matchup next Thursday, live at Zaleski Sports. Assumption to Edgar. Missed high, 1-1. Edgar coming off of a sweep of their own against the Stratford Tigers in their 2 games. Give you a quick update from the Wisconsin Valley Conference, Merriwood Conference on the softball side of things. 2-1 to Maddie Abbott. There we go. Scroll down here for just a moment. That was going to be popped up and just out of the reach. Good try back there by Sienna Wynn. Sienna's played a nice catcher behind the plate this afternoon. Caught Jaden Glaza throwing, trying to steal, and then she almost came up with that one. That would have been a nice play, getting out of the crouch and making the play. 2 balls and 2 strikes, new life for Maddie Abbott. And it's going to be drilled right back up the middle. Schultz with a nice catch. Nice catch by Schultz in the circle. A line out for Maddie Abbott. Got all the bat on it, but right into the mitt of Schultz. Now Kristen Casey. 2 for 2 this afternoon. A couple of bunts. Minima still not playing the bunt over at third base. A handful of feet in at third. That was going to be dribbled right over to Schultz in the circle. And Kristen Casey frustrated with herself. And Charlie Nelson laughing as she comes back to the circle. Again, before their game last week. Against Stratford, she had only been retired 1 time. And she does not get out very often, does Kristen Casey. The speed that she has, that one was just unfortunate. It went right up to Lexi Schultz in the circle. Runner at second and 2 outs now for Sammy Nelson. Got all of that one and into right field, dribbled it in, rounding third, and Tagarelli will come in and score. RBI single for Sammy Nelson, her second RBI of the afternoon. Tagarelli comes all the way in to score. So right now in the Merriwood South, Assumption 4-0 has only given up 3 runs in their 4 games, have scored 43 in their conference games. Ava Schill reached on a single and an error in the first. Edgar at 3-1, so again, those games next week, very, very important for Assumption and Edgar. The 1-0 going to be lifted over to second, and a crazy spin. Schill will make it to first, and a great throw over to third, but Sammy Nelson just able to get underneath the tag. We're going to give Schill a single, because that was some crazy spinach.
Right fielder Sadie Galbraith.
As Jaden Glass will come into run for Ava Schill. So the Merriwood goes Assumption, Edgar, Auburndale in at 2-2, Marathon at 2-2, Newman at 1-3, and Stratford at 0-4. Yeah, I mean, you couldn't catch a worse break if you're Stratford. You got Assumption and Edgar to start off your conference season. That was going to be lifted to right center field. Long run. That was going to fall. And Glaza will get to third base on the single from Sadie Galbraith. RBI for Galbraith. Runners at the corners and 2 outs for Kendall Schmidt. New pitcher coming in for the Screaming Eagles will be 17. No, don't have a 17 on here. 11. Grace Brandt coming in to throw for the Screaming Eagles. So Brandt will be our new pitcher. Looks like Schultz went back to short. Kelto, I believe, is done this afternoon. Did not see her go anywhere else. Schmidt goes back to second base. And then I assume that Brandt will hit for Kelto. So we play in the bottom of the second inning here in Wisconsin Rapids, 13-0. Again, don't forget, stick around for our Naysville Dairy post-game show. We'll have an opportunity. We'll talk to Coach Nelson after the game. We'll have that interview in the highlights. We'll talk to him on the phone afterwards. We won't have a on-screen interview. But we'll talk to Coach Coach Nelson. And then a Selesky Sports Player of the Game. We'll pick one at the conclusion of the game. Talked to Ava Schill a couple times already. Already talked to Ava Schill a couple times, and rightfully so. I mean, she's had herself quite the start to the year. And Kendall Schmidt to lead things off against Grace Brandt. Schmidt 1 for 1 in the book. She walked and singled in the first inning. Her third at bat this afternoon. Brandt fires home, misses high and out for a ball. Here for our friends over at Stevens Point Brewery in just a moment, and gonna get my mouth watering talking about the Stevens Point Brewery with their, especially this time of the year when it starts to warm up. The Point Premium Root Beer cannot get much better than the Point Premium Root Beer, especially if you're gonna have a root beer float. I mean, Point Premium Root Beer is top notch. There's a strike to Kendall Schmidt. We'll hear from them in just a moment here after this next pitch from Grace Brandt to Kendall Schmidt. 13-0 Assumption here in the bottom of the second inning. Brandt fires back home, misses outside. Good movement on the pitch from Brandt. Be sure to sit back and enjoy the handcrafted sodas from the Stevens Point Brewery, made from 100% real sugar and high-quality ingredients. Select from a variety of styles, including Point Root Beer, Diet Root Beer, Black Cherry Cream, Orange Cream, Vanilla Cream, Kitty Cocktail. For more than 15 years, Point Premium Root Beer has been a tradition right here in central Wisconsin. Stevens Point Brewery supports all area student athletes. As a walk to Schmidt, a new hitter here for Wisconsin Rapids. Sophie Jisko. Her first at bat here this afternoon. The last bench player to come in will be Ayanara, and it looks like she's on deck for the Royals. Doesn't surprise me that Ayanara would be out here on the softball diamond. Just an unbelievable athlete is Miss Ayanara Sancerosas. First one to Jisco, misses high. Again, there were plenty of reasons that the Royals won that state basketball tournament, but Ayanara right at the top for a main reason. And there's a strike to Jisco. 1 ball and 1 strike. See if Jisco will come in and play third base as well, possibly for the Royals in the third inning. Bases full of Royals. That was going to be fouled back. 1 and 2. Glaza, Galbraith, and Schmidt fill the bases for the Assumption Royals. 11 in the first, 2 here in the second for Assumption. Looking to add on some more. Game nearly an hour old from Robinson Park. Missed high. 2 and 2 now to Sophie Jisco. Grace Brandt fires home. Gonna be lifted up. Look out back there. And falls harmlessly foul. And the count remains 2 balls and 2 strikes. Deuces are wild here in the bottom of the second inning. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. 3 on here in the bottom of the second. Lots of 2s up on that scoreboard for Sophie Jisco. And the 2-2. Just misses inside. Count runs full. Runners will have a head start here. Coach Nelson making sure his base runners know that. Brandt, deep breath in the circle. Fires home. Going to be lifted to left, and now it's going to fall foul along the fencing beyond Coach Nelson. And we'll talk to Charlie after this ball game and talk to him again about getting out fast. They did last night as well against Auburndale. It was 7-1 in the second inning, I believe. Now it's going to be grounded over to third. She's going to step on, Minima's going to step on third to retire the side. Got 2 runs, 3 left on. We have played 2 complete, 13-0 Assumption.
Witness the difference of a Catholic education at Assumption, Columbus, Newman, and Pacelli Catholic schools. Built on family values and reinforced by faith, our schools foster academic excellence and prepare students for lifelong success. Smaller class sizes, individualized support, and diverse opportunities provides for a well-rounded education. Schedule a tour and find out if you qualify for financial assistance or free tuition with Wisconsin Parental Choice. Visit us today at Assumption, Columbus, Newman, and Pacelli Catholic Schools.
Really got to understand what what a nurse is. Do they focus on you? You know, do they make sure that you're comfortable? And you know, that's what Shai has. It's the connection that he has. You know, my best interest in mind always.
Why wait another day? Let's take the next step together towards a better life.
Top of the third inning we go. Anna Wolf to lead things off. There's a swing and a miss. Oh, that's not, definitely not the right person. All right, got to look at our roster here. Who's at 14? Jasmine Lutz.
Number 14, number 14, Jasmine Lutz.
A ball and 1 strike, I believe, right? There's a swing and a miss. No, it was 0-2. No, 0-3. Strikeout number 6. No, 7 here.
Second baseman, Jasmine Schmitz.
Now Jasmine Schmitz. What away in the third inning. Again, if Assumption scores 2 more, I believe, in the bottom of the third, it is over. 15 and 3, 10 after 5, maybe? I think so. Strike to Schmidt. There's a swing and a miss, 0-2. Chasing that high heat. Alyssa Hoffman, I believe, on deck. Nobody on, a 1 out. There's a swing and a miss, blew it right past her. Strikeout number 9 with 2 outs for Alyssa Hoffman, who struck out on 4 pitches her first time up as well. Haley Minima on deck. Haley made a nice play to end that bottom of the second inning over at third base. First offering misses low for a ball. I believe, where was Malia playing last time? Malia Colo was at third base. I believe is that Sophie Jisco did sub in for her. Who's number 9? Oh, yeah, Abby Berard at third? All right. Where was Abby playing then? Abby was in left field. Who's out there in left? That might be Malia. Sophie Jisco, maybe. All right. Just switched around here. And that will retire the side here in the third. 3 strikeouts, 10 for Miss Schill. And we have played 2.5. 13-0. Royals back right after this.
Rooftech LLC specializes in commercial roof coatings and spray foam. Rooftech also services the entire state of Wisconsin. That's right, from La Crosse to Milwaukee, Eau Claire to Green Bay, Superior, Marshfield, Kenosha, Madison, Sheboygan, and everywhere in between. Rooftech uses superior systems that can fully restore just about any roof in Wisconsin. Rooftech is offering modern solutions for your roof's data dilemmas. See Rooftech online at rooftechllc.com or Rooftech LLC on Facebook.
When you get moving again, be safe and ready to go. Use your stimulus or tax return to save up to $150 on a select set of 4 Goodyear tires at Sherrill Tire and Service Center.
Get your car done right.
Third inning we go here in Wisconsin Rapids as Abby Berard will head up to the plate for the Royals. It looks like INR on deck now for Assumption. Berard, a single and a flyout for the Royals this afternoon. Grace Brandt back out on the mound. She did well in her 2 batters she faced. She walked Schmidt on a very close pitch, and then she got Sophie Gisco to ground out. There's a swing and a miss. Grace Brandt has come in and pitched well. Getting a little cloudy here in Wisconsin Rapids. No rain, unfortunately, in the forecast for quite a while. We could really use it in central Wisconsin. 30% chance later on tonight. There's a swing and a miss. 0-2. But again, no 20% chance tomorrow, 10 on Sunday. Again, just extremely dry in central Wisconsin right now. In all of Wisconsin, the fire warning very high. Or fire danger, I guess, is very high. So just be careful if you're going to be out and about. 1-2. It's going to be popped up over on it, and it's going to fall foul. It was fair, but it rolled foul without being touched. Sienna Winden, Nora was. Grace Brandt tried to run it down. Minima tried to run it down over there at third. Royals need 2 to finish this game in about an hour. First pitch was at 4:46. Abby Berard trying to reach base. Brandt comes set on the 1-2. 2-2, I believe. Fires home. Missed inside right here in front of us, and the count runs full. 3 balls and 2 strikes, I believe. Let's see what our umpire says. And he's just trusting everybody except for us. All right, here we go. Nobody on, nobody out. Brandt fires home. Missed high. No, he was right. I was wrong. Now it's a full count. There we go. Berard singled and scored in the first and flew out to end the first inning. And the payoff. Missed high, and she'll reach first base. Second time up to bat. And now, first at bat of the afternoon for Ainara San Rosas. Ainara first at bat of the afternoon. Hitting for Anna Tegarelli. Bats from the left-handed batter's box. Berard from first. Hits the outside corner for a strike. One on and nobody out here in the bottom of the third. Brandt fires home. Right on the outside corner. That is just painting the black. And it's 0-2 to San Rosas. No balls and 2 strikes. Brandt fires home. Now it's going to be lifted up and foul. Ionara getting a bat on it. Everybody on the Assumption side with a big round of applause. Can't imagine Ionara plays a whole lot of softball, or has played a whole lot of softball. The 0-2. There's a swing and a miss. It's dropped. Ionara cannot run to first. And they are going to retire her at first. Again, you can't run on a drop third strike when it is occupied. Now Jaden Glaza will hit, so Ionara strikes out, 1 away. Berard goes to second. And now Jaden Glaza here in the third inning. Top of the order, due up next with Kristen Casey. Berard, good speed. The Royals do not lack speed. That's first and foremost for this Royals team this year. Consistency at the plate a little bit, but again, they score so many runs, nearly 10 runs a game in conference play this year. Have put up games of 17, 15, I think, was a game against Prentice. They can score runs, play defense very well, but when Ava Schill pitches the way she does, you don't, your defense obviously is good, but don't need to be perfect. 2-0 to Jaden Glaza. Coach Nelson asking why Abby Berard didn't get down to third base. That one misses high. She gets about a third of the way to third base on her secondary lead. 3 balls and no strikes with Kristen Casey on deck. There's a swing and a miss, 3-1. Had the green light. 3 balls and a strike, 1 away here in the bottom of the third inning. Live from Robinson Park on this, what was a beautiful afternoon. Turned a little cloudy now. There's a swing and a miss behind the fastball, and the count runs full now to Jaden Glaza. Kristen Casey on deck. And then Sammy Nelson if we continue here in the third inning. Bounces in there. Glaza will reach first on the walk. And now back to the top of the order for Kristen Casey, who's 2 for 3 today. Couple of singles. She, frustratingly for her, grounded out in the second inning. Right back to Schultz when Schultz was in the circle. Runners at the corners, so 1 out for Kristen Casey. Sammy Nelson stands on deck. Not just speed for this Assumption team, but a lot of left-handed hitters. A lot of left-handed slappers for the Royals. And see right there for Kristen Casey running to the pitch. And that's one thing. Again, the footing for slappers is just an art form to be able to do that. And Kristen Casey, one of the best in the conference. It's going to be drilled to center field. In on it, can't make the play. Gets by the center fielder, coming in to score, and they will send Jaden Glaza, and that should do it this afternoon. A 2 RBI triple for Kristen Casey, and it is 15-0 Wisconsin Rapids, and that will do it this afternoon from Assumption. We'll hear from our friends over at Chips first, and then we'll hear from Nasonville Dairy as the Royals knock off Chequamegon 15-0.
Wondering what to feed your team after work, the game, or this weekend? Chips Hamburgers in Marshfield and Wisconsin Rapids has tasty char-broiled burgers for any hungry appetite. From the classic hamburger to the famous Chips Champ and everything in between, Check out our daily specials. Stop inside to enjoy your meal with comfortable seating. See our complete menu of burgers, hot ham and cheese, hot beef, chicken and fish, fries, rings, curds, and ice cream served year-round. In a hurry? Same great menu in the drive-thru. Chips Hamburgers in Marshfield and Wisconsin Rapids.
Well, the Grow Wisconsin Dairy Processing Grant is for really any dairy, or up to $50,000 you can get for like improvements, help with like food safety aspects. It's actually you have to pay part of the service that you're getting, so you have to pay 20% of it. So we were actually granted $6,150. And so that's the 80%. So our project is at a little over $7,000. So that's showing them that we're doing something with their milk. We're not just taking it, turning it into cheese, sending it in the store, sending it to the customer, like everyone else does. Anything that we do in the plant with food safety is great for everyone. It's not just great for us. It's telling the customer that we make a good product. It's telling the farmer, our patrons, that we're doing good with their milk. And so that should really go to heart. That you're going to get a safe product coming out of here. It's cool to see that all the Hymans they really like to see their name out in the community, but especially for anything with children's groups. They they sponsor a bike raffle every year, and they actually go and give it to the kid in the schools. I know that's a huge thing every year, but yeah, it's really cool to see their name out there. Seeing them sponsor, we all got kids, we all were kids, so most likely something came out of here that we've done.
We originally started out with making cheddar, and now we make cheddar, Colby, Monterey, Farmers cheese, pizza cheese, Quesa Blanca, Quesa de Friar, Seco, Parma, Romano, Asiago, Fontina, Feta Caseri, Cafetieri, Cafla Graviera, as well as making some Gouda Edam and a little bit of Munster on cake.
Welcome back to Robinson Park in Wisconsin Rapids. Time now for the Nasonville Dairy post-game show. Nasonville Dairy has fresh cheese curds made daily. Visit NasonvilleDairy.com. The Assumption Royals dominant. 11 in the first inning, 2 in the second, and finishes it off with 2 in the third inning for another 15-0 win this afternoon over the Chequamegon Screaming Eagles. The Assumption Royals advance to 10-0 on the year. They will have a doubleheader, or not doubleheader. They'll have 2 more Merriwood South games this week, or next week, against Edgar on Tuesday, and then they will host Edgar on Thursday. We will have that game, a huge conference showdown, next Thursday right here from Robinson Park in Wisconsin Rapids. Amos Schill again, 10 more strikeouts in 11, looking at 11 hitters. Was able to retire the side in the first. Chequamegon a couple of hits in the second, and 3 more strikeouts in the third for Miss Schill. And then offensively, Assumption again getting the job done. 15 runs this afternoon in the shutout blowout win over the Chequamegon Screaming Eagles. With that, we're going to sign off here from Wisconsin Rapids. It is the Assumption Royals 15 and the Chequamegon Screaming Eagles nothing. For Hannah Vokach and Steve Aves, Diamond Side, you have been watching exclusive presentation of Assumption girls softball right here on your exclusive home, your permanent home for the Assumption Royals, Zaleski Sports. Have a great weekend, everyone. Get out and enjoy the weather. It's going to be beautiful this weekend. We will talk to you again on Monday afternoon from Jack Hackman Field in Marshfield as the Assumption Royals baseball team will take on the Columbus Catholic Dons. First pitch at 5 o'clock. We'll have that game for you right here at Zaleski Sports. Have a great night, everyone. Have a great weekend. And until Monday night, Have a great rest of your Friday night, and we'll talk again to you on Monday afternoon. So long, everybody. From Robinson Park in Wisconsin Rapids, 15-0 Royals. Have a great night, everyone.